as somebody who absolutely loves horror games, I have some massive pet peeves with the genre lately. My first one being this really weird resurgence of PS2 graphics in everything. I'll admit, there are some games where it genuinely adds to the experience, but it's gotten to a point where it feels like developers are just jumping on the trend rather than doing it to give the game that extra boost. At this point, they're all starting to look the same, and it's kind of tiring. My second biggest problem recently with horror games is they just don't know when to let a story end. A little, oh, but there's more is fine. But seeing sequels forced out of games and games that package everything up nicely just to undo the bow and destroy the box, to keep it going just a little bit longer, or really any other variation of this gets to me. Because listen, tell your story. But when you let it go on longer than it should, it starts to lose its effectiveness. Let it end when it's ready to end. And I also cannot stand when horror games rely entirely on jump scares or difficulty for the fear. Yes, a little jump scare, difficult puzzle can keep it interesting, and it can give you a little bit of anxiety. But if that is the extent of your horror in your horror game, maybe you should take a look at what makes a good horror game stick with somebody. Atmosphere is so important, as well as slow world building and that sense of dread as you uncover more and more of what's really happening. At the end of the day, I may have a lot of pet peeves with horror, but you can't keep me away from horror any more than you can keep a cat away from their favorite treats.